Greetings and welcome back to the channel. If for the first time you're coming across my channel, please remember to subscribe. I want to come to you today to talk about the eagle, the dragon, and the bear, and the significance of these three entities and who they are today, and the relevance of the written word into today's day-to-day event. I have been watching the news and other source of media and see what is happening in terms of wars, rumors of wars, and other type of things. And I just wanted to bring this thing to your attention so that you can see what is coming. And even if it do not come right now, if it's supposed to come, or if it happened to come, you are prepared. So about a year ago, I did like a series of video on emergency preparedness or how to prepare for disaster. And I wanted to bring it to you here so that if you've not seen those videos, you could go and watch them. If you only have seen one, you should watch the follow-up and also try and implement them in your you don't have to be day-to-day routine. It's something you could rotate like every 6 to 1 year. So every half of the year you greetings. Yeah, hi. Yeah, Karen. Greetings. Yeah, welcome to the channel. Thank you for tuning in. As I was saying, I will be replying to all the messages, but I wanted to do the introduction first. So, as I was saying, if you go to the channel and go to the emergency preparedness playlist and watch those videos, you will see the relevance of today's video. After watching the news and watching what is happening in the USA and in Russia, in Palestine, and what the Israelis is doing, I would like you to prepare for thank you for the like for disaster. Those thank you for all the likes. Those videos will prepare you, but you could improve on it depending on your family, the size of the family. Please remember to subscribe. The size of the family. So the videos I did is for a small family group, like say. Actually, when I did the video, I did it for maybe an individual person. But then if you have a family of 5, then you just double it, triple it, and so on. There is a coming. I don't know when this coming is coming, but there is a coming. And some of us that is in the UK, in the US, and various parts of the world is not prepared for these type of emergency. I saw the other day they have a storm in the Caribbean, and people was not prepared even after the storm for external source of energy and how to survive without a permanent source of water. So I want to now point your attention to the eagle, the dragon, and the bear, and the relevance of these three entities and how it is relevant to today's events. Thank everyone for tuning in. I went up to 15 people, but most of the time people do not have patience. They want you to get straight to the point, but this is not that type of live. This type of live here, if you are here, is to stay here to hear what I am gonna say, or you can go and um, come back and watch the live after it's been recorded and uploaded. Please remember to like the video, this one, and please remember to subscribe to the channel, because I'll be trying to do a live at least once a week, but I can't tell you that I'll be doing it on this day or that day or this time or that time, because of my work schedule. And my work schedule is like that. So sometime I'll be off a day a week, sometime I'll be off for 2 days a week, sometime I'll be off for 3 days a week, sometime I won't be off at all. So I go according to the needs of the company. Yeah, so let's go back to the eagle, the dragon, and the bear. So the eagle, in my opinion, is the USA, United States of America. The dragon, in my opinion, is China. And then the bear is Russia. And what the world is seeing today is these three entities that was mentioned in the book is lining themselves in a way. If you watch the NATO thing and how they were meeting in Europe, and how the Eagle Senate member to come and speak to the European, the feathers of the eagle, that is the out tentacles, and the response of the bear. No, I've not heard the dragon response yet, but I've heard what the bear have said. The bear have said that if the bear is sleeping and you happen to poke the bear, now the bear is awake, be prepared for this disaster. So I want you to, when you have time, to go back to the channel in and go to the emergency or the disaster preparedness playlist and watch those videos. In terms of what people are doing today, and in terms of what they're doing to the planet, let me talk about the planet and what I think about the planet. I think this planet here cannot be destroyed. And the reason I said that, events like these in terms of nuclear disaster and other things, I believe happen before, and the planet rejuvenate itself. But it's us that is the being. And this is just my belief, because everyone can have their opinion. In terms of rejuvenation, it will do what it needs to do by getting rid of you and I, so that it can survive. All the drilling, all the pollution, all what humanity is doing in terms of destroying the planet will feel sick, but the planet have the capability to heal itself. And in the process of healing itself, it will have to get rid of the parasites. Uh, take use that, put it wherever you want to put it, and what is a parasite, and think strongly what we're doing to the planet, and see if we're a good parasite or bad parasite. Are we helping the planet as an entity, or as another being to become healthy, or are we injuring the planet? I think we're injuring the planet. If we are not careful, we might not be here for another 500 years. This planet here is over a trillion years, maybe more. humanity said they've been here for about 26,000 years. And it's been destroyed before, and it will be destroyed again, because the eagle, the dragon, and the bear that is mentioned is also working like a tug of war. I don't know if you know that type of game. A tug of war is where you have, where we call it a tug of war is where you have a piece of rope and a line, and then you would have some people over that side pulling that way, and some people over this side pulling this way. Thanks for the light. And then the stronger, the people who have the most pull, or the stronger people, will cross the line, and then they're the so-called winners of the tug of war. This is what's happening with world power today, in my opinion. And I'm just speaking my opinion. Many people might have their own opinion. And I think we are supposed to have our own opinion as individual peoples that is occupying the planet. If you watch what is happening, you will see that it's a tug of war. Eagle is saying one thing, the dragon is saying one thing, and the bear is saying one thing. And those are the animals that is aligned with these entities, or either with the eagle, with the dragon, or you with the bear. All these other entities do not have any saying, um, independent saying, and independent doing. They either go with the eagle, or the dragon, or the bear. And let me just give out a warning that if you value humanity, who am I? But if I don't know anything, and if I can tell you this, then for someone who don't know anything and is a nobody can tell you this and can see this clearly, that if people today and those politicians value humanity, then they would not be putting so much money into what them call defense. Every government I've seen raise their defense budget, but they cut the budget for humanity. In terms of government, and you say you're a government, your duty is to provide food and shelter. In terms of water, this and that, is to look after people. Now, when you really check it, the money they're spending on this defense for boost up their war machine could be spent on places for the homeless, provide a place for the homeless. It could provide food for the hungry. It could provide medicine for the sick. And they're taking away, according to what my understanding, I might be wrong, but if I'm wrong, correct me. According to my understanding, these governments are taking away from health care, child benefits, pension, stuff like that, and putting that, redirect that money into what them call defense spending, which is war machine and destruction and bomb. When you look what is happening in Israel, and how they dropping bombs on the Palestinian, it is horrendous how things like this could happen. And in this 21st century, I think what is happening is those society that is doing this type of thing without any conscience is following a book that was written in ancient times when you do not have no international law and stuff like that. So you could just go and commit all these atrocities without any type of what you call it, laws to go by. This country with the eye that you cannot talk about because they shadow ban your video is doing things that they're doing in Bible times, when the only law was the law of the God they serve. There was no international law that everyone have to abide by. There was no human rights and stuff like that. They sign up to the international law because they've been subjected to abuse. And now what is happening now? These same people are subjecting another people to the same thing that they were subjected to. Now you see the hypocrisy here. If they said, according to what I heard, that people have said, I can't remember where it's written or remember who said it, is do unto others what you would like to be done unto you. And the way I see the Israel, United States, UK, and others have treated other people, I don't believe that they would like to be treated in the same manner. You tell me what you think. Would you think the USA then would like Cuba to invite Russia to be a partner? Do you think the USA would be comfortable to invite Canada for Russia to be invited in terms of ammunition and part Canada? Do you think the USA would be comfortable with Russia in Mexico? Are you joking? They would not. So I'm saying what is good for the goose should be good for the gander. If you do not want Russia in Mexico or even Cuba, Cuba is even waters away. Mexico is still a land next door. If you can't have Russia in Cuba, you would not have Cuba in Mexico. And if you can't have, if Putin can say he don't want NATO in Ukraine, it should be understandable to especially the USA, because they will not agree to something like that. So I can understand the level of hypocrisy that some these politicians are displaying. And then politicians also, I believe all of these politicians is the same. They talk one talk when they're not in power. But when they get in power, they're completely different. Especially these politicians from the eagle, the dragon, and the bear. Especially the bear. I believe the bear, because we can see what the bear is doing. That I'm trying not to call country name as much as I can. It's very hard to not call the name of the country. I will try to more focus on the eagle, the dragon, and the bear. And those other countries would be, in my opinion, the tentacles or the offspring of those three entities. If there's a question you want me to answer here or to attempt to answer, please put it there so that I can attend to that question or say something about it. If there's something you want me to look into in terms of a self-sustainable and disaster preparedness, I can also deal with that. I also have a video on how to plant in pots, or even out planting in your own food. You don't have to plant every different type of food. How much food do you need to survive? You can plant a small amount of food, and it depends on how much land space you have. You can plant vertically. So there's certain things that I'm gonna start going into on here in the near future. This channel is been monetized now for about 3 weeks. To get monetized, I'm sorry I'm going off of the point, but I will come back, because this live I want it to be at least half an hour or 1 hour. So I will come back. So this channel now is been monetized. I'm trying to cramp everything into one video. This channel has been monetized now for about 3 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. To get monetized on YouTube here, you need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now the 1,000 subscriber was hard, but the 4,000 hours of watch time, I believe, was harder, because people only watch for 1 to 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, and then that don't it count, but it's a small dent into the total that you need. So I've finally reached to the 4,000 hours of watch time and now monetize. Now the next level is to earn $10. Once you earn $10, you get to that next level where you can now start to try to see how you can get paid. People have been clicking off of the thing, because when the ad come, because you get paid, or I get paid per ad, but you don't get paid unless the person watch the ad for 30 seconds. 30 seconds or more, say 31 seconds then. But most people start watching the ad and then they press skip. So I'm not asking you for any money here or any type of donation. What I'm asking is, when you're watching the video or my video and you want to support the channel and an ad come on, please make the ad run for 30 seconds or more, say 31 seconds then, before you press skip. Because if you press skip before 31 seconds, I do not get paid for the ad. And that's why the earnings is very low. So far, I think I've earned about $5 over a 3-week period. And that's not because I do not have ad. The ads are on the channel automatically, but people skip the ad before it goes to 30 seconds. So please, if you watched the video and the ad come, please do not skip the ad until after 30 seconds. And please also remember to press the subscribe and to give it a like. Yeah, let's go back to what I was saying about the eagle, the dragon, and the bear, and how you should prepare. You should have a disaster preparedness kit, just in case, because you don't know when who will wake up on the wrong side and decide that they might want to poke the bear. And I don't think it's a good idea to keep poking the bear. We have not been allowed to see the other side of the story. What we have been told is that Russia invade Ukraine. And I understand that happened, but we've not been told why Russia invade Ukraine. From about 2014, in my understanding and research, Ukraine have been attacking ethnic Russia, and Russia have been talking about these things for all this time. They've also been saying they do not want NATO in Ukraine because Ukraine is border to Russia, and they do not want NATO there because NATO is seen to Russia as a destructive force. They are responsible for getting rid of Gaddafi. They are responsible for getting rid of a lot of. Look at the chaos that is in Libya today. If it wasn't for NATO, Gaddafi would not be overthrown, and Libya would not be in the state it is today. Not to say that Gaddafi was a good person. I know that he have done some atrocities, but not to the level of what is happening there now. It is chaos. Actually, there is slavery that we know at transatlantic slavery. There is that thing that happened 400 years ago happening today in Libya. You wouldn't believe that this thing. I also have strong feelings on how we as a people. I have so much to say that I don't think I will do this in one live. We will talk on the next live about slavery. If you want to talk about slavery in the next live, which is next week, I can't tell you which day next week because I have not received next week rota yet. So once I receive next week rota, which will come out either tonight or tomorrow, I'll let you know about when the live is gonna be. We'll talk about slavery next week, but let us talk about. I will talk about two types of slavery next week. We'll talk about modern day slavery, and we will talk about transatlantic slavery, and we want to also talk about the trans-Saharan slavery, and we want to add in reparation in there. So we want to base it on four different. The one video we want to base it on four different topics. So let's come back to what is happening today. War in Ukraine, war in Israel, Palestine, and no one is talking about the war in Sudan. If you see what is happening in Sudan today, you will understand why the so-called melanated people is not recognized as human beings. What is happening in Sudan today and the atrocities that is happening in Sudan today is beyond, it's mind-boggling how you don't see it on mainstream media. I can call them name because Sky. You've not seen any program on. I have not seen any program on Sky. I have not seen any program on BBC. If you find one, please send it to me so that I can see who is talking about the war in Sudan and what is happening to the people of Sudan, and the probably upcoming war again in Sudan. But because it's these people fighting against each other, they don't see the need to talk about it because these so-called people are not human beings. But I want to just tell you that for your own safety and for the safety of your families is to have a container with dried food or preserved food, a portion of water depending on how much family member. Each family member per day per person is 2 liters of water, but if an emergency, 1 liter is enough. So per day per person and per whole is 1 liter per person. So if it's 5 people in the household, then you need 5 liters of water. That's just for one day. So if you can also stretch that, so have these things: food, water, also have cash money. It don't need to be a big portion amount of money. £50 or $50 or 50 whatever it is enough cash to keep you for about 2 weeks. You want to have a source of fire. You want to have tin food and stuff like that. The reason I said that is, let's use an example. I want to just use an example. And I want to use an example for the place we're staying. Okay, I'm staying in the UK here. I'm staying in London. Take a deep breath. Don't imagine this. It happened in Spain the other day. Let's just imagine the electric goes off for a week. Imagine that. Imagine what would happen if the electric goes off in London for a week. This is almost summer. Let's say it goes off in winter. What do? What do you think will happen? It would be chaos. Train would not be running. Car would not be moving around, because it take electric for the petrol station to pump the gas. So if the electric goes off in 1 week, it is mayhem. So I'm saying, don't believe that it is impossible, because it happened just next door. It happened in Spain. It didn't goes off for a week, but it went off. It was chaos. Imagine that lasted for a week. So just prepare yourself. You need a radio as well. Something you can charge and keep it. Something you can charge solar. Something maybe battery. Just simple things like that you keep in a small bag. I call it a bug out bag, or emergency preparedness kit, where you could just take it and leave. There's something else I want to introduce, which is something called it's called let me look on the back and come back. Yeah. This thing here, I want to suggest that you have this. This is called iodine. If you search iodine or iodine, depending on how you pronounce it. Iodine, and I am not a professional. This is just for informational purposes only. For those that is gonna say, I say, iodine can help in case there's a nuclear disaster. It will not, you will not be immune, but it slow down process of contamination, according to the research, not me. Also, you would want to have a couple of masks. You don't need to have the hospital mask they give you will not help. That won't work. You want to have either the N95 or something like that. Those are masks that can help you in a disaster. And just know that all is not lost, because this planet here as it is can never be destroyed, in my opinion. This is a self-sustained, self-rejuvenate, self-mechanic, self-preservation planet. This planet here cannot be destroyed, in my opinion. It is you and I that will be destroyed. The planet will do whatever it needs to do to survive. It will get rid of us if it needs to get rid of us to survive. What these people are doing with these ammunition and defense mechanism and these wars and this digging of oil and this mining and this getting out the things out of the earth is eventually the people are destroying themselves, because when the planet is ready to heal itself, it will do what it needs to do to preserve itself. So just beware that these people who call themselves leaders and call themselves government and this and that are not there for the people. The reason I said that is what they're doing is not helping the people, is helping themselves and helping these, what they call the multinational companies, to fill their pockets. It's all about money for them and not about the people. All of these governments that I see go into government, they say one thing when they're in opposition, and once they get into government, they do a different thing. But I know that they cannot implement what they were talking about, because once they get the mandate from the people, they still have to go to the palace to ask the queen, king, or whosoever is in charge to give them permission to form a government. Then whatever they have in their manifesto, those that ask them to form a government will give them a sheet. These are things to implement. The manifesto that you had come second. Same thing is happening in the US. When this guy called himself Trump, in the same thing that is happening in the Eagle. When this guy that is called himself Trump was coming in, he was saying how he's gonna do this, stop the war, how he's gonna do this and that. And if you see that he can't do any of these things, he can talk about it, he can make some noise, but he can't implement any of these things in terms of stopping the war and doing these things, because it's bigger than him. There's people pulling the strings in certain places that it don't matter who he's got. He's got Elon Musk, he's got everybody, but he can't get these things done because there's the puppet master pulling the strings. And once you get into government, you have to abide by their rules. You can try to do several different things, but they will allow some things, but there's certain things that they won't allow. They will not allow the US with, for example, they will not allow the eagle to make peace with the dragon or make peace with the bear. They will always want the eagle, the dragon, and the bear to be disunited, so that they can always control what's happening. When I say the eagle, if you've just joined me, the eagle is the USA. When I say the dragon, if you just join me, the dragon is China. And when I say the bear, if you just join me, the bear is Russia. So we, the people, have to make preparation in terms of small things we can do for disaster, praying and hoping that the disaster do not come, but preparing ourselves just in case the disaster come. I don't think this is something that is complicated. I don't think this is something that is not sensible. I think you don't have to be educated to have common sense. There is a coming, and if the coming don't come, thank God for that. But if the coming come, the question is, are you prepared? And please pay attention to the eagle, the dragon, and the bear, and the significance of these three entities, and all those other places and things who call themselves countries. All these tentacles is aligned to the octopus of the eagle, the dragon, and the bear. Some countries are aligned with Russia, which is the bear. Some countries are aligned with USA, which is the eagle, and some countries are aligned with China, which is the dragon. There's no other animal or entities that is running things right now apart from the eagle, the dragon, and the bear. So all my people that is joining me here, thank you very much for joining. I really appreciate you making the time to be here. I thank all my subscribers who never give up on the channel. I know the channel has reached its required amount in terms of watch time hours, and now the channel is fully monetized. I'm just waiting on two other level, which is the level of funds made, which is $10. And then once I draw that down, it will send a pin to set for AdSense. So I've not received that pin yet because you need to get to $10 before they will activate the email and send you a manual pin through the post. That will take like 2 weeks according to them, and then is from there it's only up. So waiting on $5 more in terms of ad revenue to start to receive that pin, and then once we receive the pin, we shall be doing a lot more live. We shall be doing, because the live is the way you interact with the people. Let me have a look here. The other day he said he going to check you in Lusham. Okay. Yeah, I see the elder. Okay. You tell the elder he can give me a call, man. Tell the elder to give me a call on my WhatsApp, because the number that is called that you call straight will not work. But the same number is active on WhatsApp. So you can give me a call or send me a message on WhatsApp. That will work. And where I'm basing is I do not I'm not in position to accept visitors. But if you want me to visit, or we could meet in the middle, we can meet. I also have a few things I want to mention here. I have soursop leaf for sale. I've been out of stock for a little while, but I received some stock recently. So if anyone wants soursop leaf to buy, also reach me on the WhatsApp. I will put the WhatsApp number in the description so that you can send me a message on WhatsApp, and you can I can post the soursop leaf to you because it's light, or I could come and deliver it if you're local, or we could meet somewhere. So I have soursop leaf, which is £5 a packet. I have other herbs that I have not yet parceled out. once I pass load the herbs, I will let you know which other herbs I have and the price and how you can order it. For now, I've not connected my website to the YouTube channel. So for now, I'm only taking order by WhatsApp messaging and any type of messaging. WhatsApp messaging is preferably WhatsApp messaging or email. I'm taking order like that. CMOS I have. Um, CMOS is a little bit expensive. You can order the CMOS either dry, or if you want me to make the gel, you can also do that. The CMOS is a little bit expensive, so the CMOS is £10 for 200 gram. I think so. That don't hold me on that. I will check the CMOS price also and put it in the description. So I have eucalyptus. I have like 3 more herbs, but I've not packaged them, and so we could start by ordering from the WhatsApp, and then once I connect my YouTube channel to the website, I can also put it in the description box so that you can order from there. Yeah, so that's all I have to say for today. As I said before, if there's anything you want me to look into or talk about here, then you just message me, make a comment, and I will attend to it in the next live. I will even do a video on it. I have not been doing these type of video for a while because in terms of confidence in front of the camera, live, I've lost it. But if I'm alone, I can free flow and talk. And if I have a particular subject that I feel like it should be addressed, then I will address. Thank you again to all the subscribers. Please remember to like the video. Please remember to share, because people are not gonna come across this video automatically, because sometimes these platforms put a restriction on small YouTubers, or there's something that they're not telling you. You could pay for ad. So once I start making some money, I will pay for ad. You will see me on your screen once money start to make. Then I have the funds to pay for ad. Then I can place my ad or the ad for a particular video or channel. I'm learning all these things, that I can place the ad, and depends on how much you pay, it will pop up on your screen. And that's where you get more views, you get more for subscriber. So until I've start earning, so that's why most YouTuber, I'm sorry I'm making this video so long. That's why most YouTuber stay small for so long, because thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that. It's my duty here is to, according to what I was saying on the channel, is to shine some light into the darkness so that those cockroaches will start expose themselves. And we've seen over the years that there's things happening that they're not talking about on the mainstream. And we are here, this platform is being given to us, but they put restriction on it now. That we can talk about certain things. Some countries we can't talk about, like I country, because shadow ban our video when we talk about that one. So we will use the eagle, the dragon, and the bear. So the I country, that is in the middle of the east of England, because there's no such place as the Middle East, in my opinion. I believe that place that they call in Middle East is actually Northeast Africa. It's in the middle of the east of where. So that's my question. So when we talk about these uh, countries and talk about certain people like Elon Musk and Israel, the I country, and some other entities, what they do on here on YouTube, what I realize, what I notice, what I write down, is I realize that those videos do not get any traction. And the so-called robot do not push it out to other people. So you end up getting like 5, 6, 10 views, maximum 20. And if you was talking something so you talk something profound and you talk about these people, you don't get any traction. But if you was talking trash, talking about girls, talking about uh, this and that, derogatory things, those are what they like when you're putting down your people and talking trash. They send that out to a whole heap of people. You will see it get 1,000 views and 10,000 views and stuff like that. As you talk about that, there's certain things I'm also checking. I realize that when you use the phone, it's easier to edit and things like that. But when you use the camera, especially the GoPro, and you download the GoPro app and pay for it, it's £26. I don't remember if it's month or quarterly. Those videos that you make with the GoPro get more traction. So if you're using your phone, it's easier to use your phone, but it's the algorithm. So the algorithm, like the camera GoPro and other cameras, and it send those footage out further and to more people. According to my analysis, I might be wrong, but that's how I feel. Yeah, greetings. Yeah, thank you very much for staying with me. I want to make this 1 hour, and that's why I'm kind of stretching it. You can see that I'm finished with the eagle, I'm finished with the dragon, and I'm finished with the bear. I'm not finished with the tentacles from those, and from that octopus. And so we will come back next week to talk about these tentacles, like what I call tentacles. I'm talking about countries. I've not um I've not done anything substantial on Jamaica, the place where I'm from. I've not done anything substantial on the Caribbean, which I will do in future. What I'll be doing first is next week, as I say, I will do the live on slavery, and then the week after that, I will do the live on Jamaica and the Caribbean, and how I feel about um, returning to this area and the reasons for those type of feelings. And then we'll probably mix it up with Africa or Uganda, which is a place I really like, or East Africa. And then we'll see where we go from there. In terms of more bang for your buck, Africa or East Africa or Uganda, I feel you get more bang for your buck. That means your money go further. In Jamaica, the environment is nice, but I have a problem with the security issue. That can be improved. I also want to talk about the natural resources. The natural resources the Caribbean have, and Jamaica have, that is been taken for eons from I was a boy and before I was born. These things have been taken away, like bauxite and other things, and have not seen where the country has benefited from those endeavor. They've been digging the bauxite and taking it out for a long time, and they should provide roads in those areas that they've been digging. They should also provide an allowance to the people that is in the area for the damage that is being done. So these are many things we can talk about where people have been losing funds and losing their health, and these big guys have been enriching themselves on the blood of people, sucking us like vampires, like mosquitoes and and, and like vampires. I tell you, once you find an animal or a human animal that is sucking the hose, there's these human insect that is sucking the hose, and there is some that is sucking the hose dry. And once you suck the hose dry till it die, you yourself will have no more food. So I would say these mosquitoes, these vampires that have been sucking our blood for so long is now fat and about to explode. Uh, uh, if I speak in a certain way, do not take it personally, because I am not talking to you. I am talking to you. Yeah, those guys. So take note that you can only change the person in the mirror. Those other people you cannot change. So, according to Michael Jackson, or according to his song, let us start changing the man in the mirror. Let us not be like the eagle, nor the dragon, nor the bear. Let us be one with the planet. Let us do unto others what you would like others to do unto you. Let us see ourselves in each other. Anyway, thank you again for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. That was